Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if my voice keeps sounding funny. I just took my wisdom tooth out a few days ago, so bear with me. Okay, sorry. Let's go straight into it. Okay, so we're looking in the energy of Jupiter. Okay, we're looking more optimistic, looking at confidence, looking at pride, because we're going to bring in our good fortune with the intuition. Okay. Because now we're looking for like-minded people when it comes to maybe teaching philosophy or doing higher education. All right, we're looking at philosophy, religion, spirituality, we're looking at the practices of someone's morale, or we're expanding our consciousness because that's what we want to work on. Okay, you could be in that desire, all right, to go within yourself, okay, and go within. Is that no, I think that's Virgo. Because you know, Virgo and Scorpio always look the same. You're working on yourself, all right? Looking very analytical. You're very dedicated, okay? So be dedicated to your intuition, all right? And your teaching, whether it's spirituality, whether it's religion, but bring in maybe different religions as well can bring in a whole spectrum for you to maybe look at something more philosophical for yourself. That's not going to clash with the heart or your intuition. So maybe you can take all good bits from different religions and make it into your spiritual practice, okay? Because we're looking at expanding the mind, okay? Because now we're looking at house 3. Someone is in house 3, okay? Because now we're looking at communication. You could be a Gemini person, all right? You could be into me, I think. Okay, because into me, I know I can be more articulate if I use my intuition. Somebody wants to come and maybe communicate more with you. You could be a journalist, a salesperson, or just teaching. Okay, remember, a teacher is a wise person, so be a teacher and a student. That makes you more flexible when it comes to intellectual living. All right. Okay, so now maybe some of you look a bit restless when it comes to your social life. Someone's very talkative. Okay, but at the same time, someone's very cunning, very gossipy, all right? But we're looking at tensions with nervousness when it comes to the pride, all right, of seeking within one's philosophy. Maybe got a clash of perspective with someone, but please use your intuition, okay? Trust in your intuition, all right? You could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, but good news is coming your way, right? You could be a fire sign person. Use your intuition because you're going to get lots of creative ideas are going to make you feel more enthusiastic, going to give you lots of energy. You might get a call, all right? Maybe someone's learning about love, okay? Or maybe someone's volunteering at work, but someone feels very happy when it comes to the sparkling ideas of energetic sparks from self, all right? So we're looking at bright ideas. This person is a very creative person, very confident. We're looking at the intellect. We're being more talkative. We're walking away from people, things, and places that are quite cunning, all right? You could be a fire sign person. You're walking away from the gossips, all right? That's not doing you any good. So you're looking at people you're walking away from that have lights only on outside of themselves, and you're maintaining the lights inside of yourself and outside of yourself, all right? Because you're looking at a very intellectual person, the confidence of someone's creativity. You could be thinking of an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Say, into me, I think. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person is going to have good news, optimistic energy with bright ideas, all right? So someone's going into themselves. Okay, we're going to call this character fire sign character, because now we're looking at Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, all right? We're looking at the victory when it comes to maybe a phone call or a letter, but we're going to be more cheerful, all right? Yes, we can go for our struggles, all right? Yes, we can go for relationships that are no good for us. But remember, this is Earth School. We're here to graduate from our flaws, okay? So we can ascend joyfully to God by managing our emotions, to identify our intuition, to bring in sparkling news. Why? Because the soul is born to love. That's the element of fire, all right? Fire signs is in everybody, just that everyone's placement is different. One has more than the other. So remember, we're born to love from the fire of the soul, okay? Because the soul's all about romance, intuition, because that's the lesson of power. So now we're bringing in that victory, all right? Because now we've sparkled up that power within ourselves, because now you're being more electrified. Why? Because maybe someone's more looking at spiritual wealth, spiritual health, okay? But it comes from the essence of love, you know, because that's like a new child, that sparkling idea, because children always have ideas, all right? So now you're looking at love. You're looking at loving yourself, loving beings, loving planet, to bring in that balance, all right? So somebody wants to balance themselves out because someone's being a leader or is becoming a leader, okay? So now we're looking at maybe self-esteem, looking at fame in the grain of someone's lane, all right? Because now we're looking at letting go of the past. Someone has a desire to let go of the past when it comes to emotions, all right? Because remember, water signs is the emotions. It's about back and forth. It's about feelings. It's the lesson of peace, to bring peace within a fire sign's life, all right? To bring in that recognition, to continue that ongoing flow of creativity that comes from the soul of the self to be original, okay? So now we're looking at peace. You have to have peace within yourself, okay? So you can have peace outside of yourself to create heaven on earth, so you can always be in your victory energy, all right? You could be looking at maybe a Taurus person, or you're looking at the assessment, or you're evaluating, okay? Someone's in the earth. Remember, earth is all about being practical, because you'll concentrate on that force, do you understand, to plant your seeds, okay, with sensations for the lesson of service to bring heaven on earth, okay? So someone's gone within themselves, or someone's romanticizing about money, okay? So now you're going to I have. Into me, I have, okay? I have cautious about my investments. You could be an artist, a gardener, a singer, or just building an investment, all right? Remember, what you sow is what you reap, okay? Don't forget the energy, though. When it comes to investments, the energy comes with jealousy, lazy, self-overindulgence. Do you know what I mean? People being stubborn because people want to love that limelight. That's all about the Taurus energy, the love and materialism. Do you understand? So now you need patience, persistence, because someone's possessive, okay? And someone needs to be very reliable when it comes to their resources, so they can be practical, so they can invest in their own creative ideas to bring in their own victory, all right? We're looking at self-sufficiency, okay? We want to be practical on earth. You could be a Virgo person, okay? So now we're looking at earth, all right? Someone's probably working a lot at work for their victory, because someone's having sincere feelings, okay, at work, of Leo person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, because they're looking at their feelings. They're letting go of the past, all right? Maybe look at more maturity. They're leaving home. Maybe someone feels more sincere in their actions, okay? Because maybe someone's looking at someone's work, or they're growing up, okay? Because someone's reminiscing about the past, but they're trying to turn their back from the past, and they're building a business. You could be a self-employed person. Keep going, keep working, but use the intuition. Never let go, all right, of the intuition. It will bring in that self-mastery. That will bring that mastery of creativity. It's not about quantity. It's about quality, all right? So now we're looking at the commitment of maybe an Aries or Sagittarius person, because the emotions is letting go of the past to bring in more success and ambition, all right? So you're looking at working on rewards. You could be a King of Swords, Gemini person, because we're being more practical by being more closer to God as well. Remember, I said we want to send joyfully to God, all right? So now we're looking at the ambition. We're taking the dust away. Oh, I'm glad that happened, because sometimes when we're at work, all right, mistakes happen. So sometimes we might have built success, okay? We might have built that pentacle, okay, and then we might have lost that pentacle, but there's always a reason for everything, okay? Just stay in the energy of the soul, all right, to keep you going forward, all right? So someone's looking at ambition. Someone's very ambitious, okay, looking at rewards, all right? We're looking at victories. We're looking at success. Someone's in their winning energy because they're letting go of the past, all right, because they've got that desire, okay? Because you could be a person that's very competitive, but you're very courageous when it comes to maybe being a detective or into magic or philosophy or chemistry, but you're looking at that magnetic feeling when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your work. Say, for instance, I had my teeth out and I just happened to ask the dentist, do you dream? She said, yeah, I think this is my purpose. And the way that she done the procedure and the way she described what could happen after, I only bled there and then. She was that good. I had no pain, no nothing. She was brilliant when I went in there crying. I literally was crying. It was literally hitting my temple, everything. I couldn't put my teeth together. My wisdom tooth was at the edge. Do you know what I mean? Right? But be careful of your resources, okay? Because you know that within you're very resourceful. You might not see outside of yourself, but within yourself, you're very resourceful. But be careful of that fixated energy of jealousy or being too suspicious about people. Use your intuition because you don't want to block your own blessings coming through, all right? So someone looks like they're a bit possessive at work. So be careful of that. Maybe someone's looking to sweeten up someone to run around their inheritance, okay? Because a lot of people do that. They don't have no meaning to life. It's like they're just waiting around for people's inheritance. Do you know what I mean? So be careful of that possessive energy at work, all right? Because you could be talking about a fire sign person, all right? Be careful at work, maybe with an earth sign person with false ego impressions. We're looking at depressions because the soul seems like it's being burnt out. Why? Because the soul needs to focus on romance and logic. Not logic like intuition. It's the emotions. For you to be creative and successful is the water. Okay, because remember you got your creations from your seed. Now you're watering it. Do you understand? But it's not being watered for it to expand. Why? Because there's too much false impressions. Okay, there's too much overexposure. Maybe about earth sign person's work. There seems to be drought, incomplete victory. Someone's looking at delayed happiness. All right, maybe a Leo person at work. Okay, but they've got to let go of the past and focus on building your business. All right, focus on your self-employment. By using your intuition, your emotions, the Cancer, I feel. Into me, I feel. All right. But someone's feeling, maybe feelings when it comes to a Cancer person. We're looking at idealism, looking at dream. Focus on your dreams, collective. Okay. Be more studious. Don't be immature, but be studious. Be like that child. Take care of your inner child so it can keep giving you handouts like a postman. There's another idea, and you're, hey, hold on, let me just finish this one. Do you know what I mean? Like just getting that excitement, but you're not being immature, you're being more excited like a child. Do you know what I mean? So someone has that excitement for new love, maybe because they're following their dreams. All right, someone feels maybe the emotions of good news coming in. Maybe a Cancer person or a Leo person on the feelings, so now they feel that victory of new love, all right? Maybe going forward to an engagement, okay? We're looking at loyalty. You've got to be loyal to your own feelings, okay? Because someone's looking at spirituality. Because into me, I hear my voice. Because into me, I know your inner voice. So that's where the inner voice comes from, is your Page of Cups, all right? That's you taking your cup, your holy grail, and looking into your own cup of love for your own cup of life, to bring in your good news from your intuition, from your dreams, okay? Because now you're bringing in new love, you're bringing engagement, you're bringing creativities, you're bringing in enthusiasm, cheerfulness, do you know what I mean? And it will bring in that victory, but let go of the past, all right? Don't live in the past, maybe about childhood. Maybe someone was fostered as a child, but had childhood problems, maybe. Someone trying to work on it. Maybe they use work, okay, as a therapy. And now we're looking at the feelings. When you have a problem, you have to care for yourself. So someone's being very artistic because the person's a very charitable person. Could be a Leo person when it comes to the feelings, all right? Maybe because they had that childhood thing. They understand people's childhood. And maybe sometimes they get a little bit too like surrogacy. I'll be a surrogate brother. I'll be a surrogate mother. I'll be a surrogate this because I've been there as a child. Let it go. Because that's probably why people are probably using that secretly, that insecurity of because they've been fostered out or they had childhood issues. They're looking for surrogacy. Do you know what I mean? In people, things, and places. All right. These are meaningless people that walk around the world looking for people's inheritance. Because why? Because they got false impressions. They're building, manufacturing a false identity. All right. But this masculine's gone within for victory. So now we see secrets. Okay. Because now someone's revealing the deception. But maybe someone's in fear because they need to let go of the past. But don't be fear of having victory, collective, or being in love, or looking at your feelings. It's okay. You might be under a little bit of anxiety due to insecurities, but use your intuition. There's too much people barking up the wrong tree when it comes to the lane of maybe this Leo person or a Pisces person when it comes to the caring of oneself. Because someone looks like they're very dedicated. Could be a poet, a photographer, a healer, a director. But there's an illusion of deception that's bringing in or disturb or disarray imagination. So now you have to use your intuition and maybe walk away from a Pisces or Scorpio person at work because they have a false impression. Take it as it resonates, okay? Because someone's confessing, maybe Aquarius person's confessing exposure, coming clean, because someone had a failed strategy. So now maybe they're using blackmail, maybe a Scorpio person against a Leo person. So now you've got to outsmart them. Do you understand? By using your intuition. Do you understand? So now someone's been caught out because someone is a pathetical liar and a coward. Okay, it could be a Scorpio person or Pisces person or Earth side person at work. Okay, because when it comes to the soul of the self, it's upside down sun. These people are not happy. So they do false impressions. Why? Because their life is meaningful, less. Okay? Maybe they just work for money and that's it. That's all they see, you know? So now they're just overexposure with incomplete victory, you know? Unqualified people. So now you're looking at a situation where maybe the Leo's letting go of maybe a Pisces or Scorpio person or Earth sign person at work due to false impressions. Okay, because now we're looking at a situation where there's a lack of faith. Maybe a Scorpio person needs to let go of the past. It's upside down star because there's a lack of faith. There's too much hopelessness at work when it comes to skills, trading, business, building that business for self-employment. So maybe someone owns a business and they're looking at their team, and love right now is not it right now. So this is why maybe a Leo person looks like they have a false impression, because work seems to be something that person's always had. It's their crutch, isn't it? It's something they can go back to, like a partner, like a family. It's their work. So now maybe at work, that's their wife. And they're realizing that they have a lack of faith in this work skill when it comes to maybe a Scorpio Pisces person. Maybe they had like a lack of faith in a Aquarius person, but it looks like an upside down star. Someone's feeling lost due to a broken dream because maybe someone feels a missed opportunity at work due to false impressions. Yeah, overexposure, because maybe Aquarius person is confessing about someone's work skills because it's under false impression. So now someone's coming clean because it seems to be a failed strategy. Somebody wants to do a blackmail at work, maybe to a Leo person, maybe about Aquarius person or Scorpio person, Pisces person. Take it as it resonates. But they've been outsmarted by maybe Aquarius person because they've been caught out for being a pathetical liar. We're looking at cowards. Looking back, they keep looking back at a lack of faith due to a secret, illusion, deception. Because someone's standing strong and upright, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, a masculine that's going into victory. Could be someone that's into fame. But they see this desire for a Scorpio or Pisces person that has a lack of faith on their skills, maybe of an Aries, Sagittarius person or Aquarius person. But someone keeps reminiscing about Aquarius person, about broken dreams and a false impression when it comes to the ego. Oh, I love my masculine. Oh, his soul is so beautiful, but his ego, no. False impression. Taurus person when it comes to charity, gifts, donations. We're looking at scholars, all right? Or someone looking for a scholarship, but someone's learning, okay, maybe about a false impression of an upside down sun. Someone's not happy, or someone's a shell from hell in heels. Maybe a Taurus person. So someone's confessing about a Taurus person's false impressions when it comes to charity donations, it comes to scholarships, when it comes to support. Someone's skills at work is going to be lack of faith, okay, because someone understands now they're opportunist. They were under false impressions. So now someone's being overly exposed at work. So now there's delay to someone's happiness, maybe a Leo person, when it comes to equal give and take, to a dreamer that he sees in his dreams. But maybe someone said it was an illusion, but he knows it's not. He's going into victory, just that he understands somebody was hovering for his donations. So now we see a situation where someone lacks ideas, a Pisces person or a Cancer person, due to faulty logic in a decision that became an indecision and a miscommunication with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person. So now we see confessions or confusions due to secrets and illusions around a Page of Cups, which became a lack of faith due to someone wanted victory for something else like work, but someone was overexposing their credentials. A Taurus person, because they wanted to share that wealth or investment. They wanted to feel like they're being valued. So they wanted fairness and kindness, but they were doing false impressions. They were stealing, being deceptive, lying, cheating, very dishonest, sneaky person. They were spying on an Aquarius person because they have a lack of consciousness. We're looking at a traitor at work. They're not trading. They're being a traitor. So now we're looking at a schemer when it comes to maybe the lack of faith, when it's upside down star. They're not famous. They're not a star. They're not an inspiration. So now we understand the secrets of an upside down empress. Maybe a Taurus Libra person. They're frustrated due to injustice, due to creative blocks. They have a failure. So now they're doing insults that by creating secrets of illusions, okay, to be in a reception of deceptions, because someone's hovering around someone's inheritance, someone's donations. Somebody's looking at charity, but it's about abuse of generosity. Someone's going to be denying grants, okay, or a loan, because someone's abusing their power to bring unfairness for a fake charity, extortion, and underpaid situations when it comes to work or building a self-employment business. Someone's in bad debts, all right? So someone's confessing, an Aquarius person is confessing, exposing about a Taurus person when it comes to charity, because a Libra person or Aquarius person or the upside down Taurus Libra person is heartbroken because it's an upside down Empress due to betrayal. They don't want to be alone, but they're going to be removed. They wanted an Aquarius person to be removed, okay? They wanted a separation from a King of Wands. They were working on a separation with a King of Wands. They wanted the King of Wands to feel hopeless towards Aquarius person, but Aquarius person is exposing. King of Wands is exposing, maybe at work, all right, about a failed strategy from a Taurus person, but he's got his back towards his Taurus person when it comes to investments, donations, scholarships, support, okay? We're looking at employment. When it comes to self-employment, this King of Wands, okay, he's a mastery at his craft. Maybe people don't see his quality. They see his quantity of what he has. So maybe he feels a little bit lack of faith in an Aquarius person. And it breaks her heart. It breaks her heart because she dreams about him all the time. We're looking at broken dreams, a missed opportunity. Maybe that's how he feels. He's looking at a broken heart, missed opportunity of Aquarius person. He let go of the past, you know, left. Insincere actions. Now someone's reminiscing Aquarius, Libra, and a King of Wands. Because the Aquarius person is exposing, right? Because he needs to overcome the devil of the earth sign person. Because the Aries leads a Sagittarius person behind them is trying to get over the disappointments and delays of the creative blocks from a Taurus person that took charity, donations, scholars from this King of Wands. They lack intuitive or initiative. They lack infertility. That means you can maybe grow in like babies. It could be like projects, anything like that. But they wanted this masculine to miss out opportunities and waste their talent. But this person feels bored with a Taurus person because they feel like he needs to overcome. He wants to detach from this person, be more independent. He wants to break free. Revelations, reclaiming one's power. Because they understand a Taurus person upside down was doing dark spiritual practices. with the Earth family. They're doing fundamentalisms, extremisms. They wanted to restrict this masculine, so they went into a cult to abuse the power within this institution. They were learning or teaching something about dark energy or dark spirituality, because now you got upside down Hierophant. They were after unexpected financial money to stabilize their family, for security, wealth. Now this King of Wands looking for balance, for a healthy life, inheritance. Do you know what? As much as I might be angry with my masculine, I'll always be proud of him, because he tried. He really did with farming. He was hurt. He didn't want to be one of those distorted masculines. He wanted to be that example, you know. Because I know he understands. It starts from himself, his home. It goes to his community and his world. I've heard him say that as well. You know, he doesn't like waste. I remember one time he took me to a coffee shop, and I don't like you, you know. And then he said, let's order. So I ordered jacket potato and a tuna. I didn't want it. I didn't like it. And he's like, don't waste it. And as I'm saying, he don't tolerate. That's what I know. They're doing this on this chosen lover is a burden. They're trying to burn out his soul. Overload, overburn, stressed out about these responsibilities. He doesn't like it. He's learning to cope though. He's recovering. He needs to let go of the negativity. Gemini person. So do I. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest to keep that understanding, because I understand. He talks to me all the time. I'm so trying to learn to manage the emotions. It's hard enough being in a twin flame journey or a divine feminine and masculine journey. It's more harder when someone plays dark spiritual practices in the middle. Sorry to cry, collective, because all I see is him past that in so many places, and I get frustrated with him for being there in the first place, you know. It hasn't been easy to watch. That's why I encourage everyone, go and save your loved ones, go and save yourself, write your dreams down, okay? Don't miss out on opportunities, all right? Cancer person's letting go of regret, all right? Of a Queen of Pentacles. Overly ambitious, ungrounded, social climber, Taurus person, Capricorn person, very jealous, possessive person, very disloyal. She's a sociopath. She's a wicked person, very dangerous. And she's very possessive over me, because I'm a Queen of Cups, tender-hearted, because I'm his soulmate, because I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm his other half of courageous, strong, passionate. I'm like his counterpart of funny, independent, confident, optimistic. We love helping people. We use it by using our stories like he did with farming, you know. Someone fears change, maybe a fire sign person, is prolonged this upheaval. It's just been a disaster. It's not his fault. It was Taurus person. But I'm trying to understand. I really am. It's not been easy showing my emotions online. I'm not used to this. I'm a Aquarius person. We don't like showing emotions. It's so hard. It's been challenging. But I always believe everything happens for a reason, you know. We're all pages of a Bible. If my story can help you find your soulmate, make it a domino effect. If we went to stage 7, you go to stage 8. If you always get stuck at stage 9... teach someone else to get to stage 10, you know, learn from our mistake, you know, everyone just keep going forward until we get to 100, and then we all can learn how to get there to the promised land. We come to soulmate, soul family, you know, because we've been guided by the earth angel to take control, to bring balance, moderation, harmony within ourselves. But it takes patience, man. See, blending in that, like, the emotions with the fire, I tell you, it's not easy, bro. It's not easy, especially when people are doing the dark side and all you want to do is just go, rah! You have to manage that emotion. It's not easy. With a Scorpio person, unrequited love, heartbreaker, manipulator, one-night stand, cheating, deception. It's not easy. So Aquarius person, they want to remain stuck, you know. But we're changing our plans, you know. We're going forward. We're going forward. We're going to try to go forward as a collective. Remember, we're energy. We'll all go through the same things, but we all go through things differently at different times, okay? And at different levels, I just heard as well. This is Earth School, remember? We're here to graduate from our flaws of the claws, of the laws of Satan claws that like to come down the chimney and use that white supremacy rule book. It don't matter if you're white, black, pink. It don't matter if you are a pick-me or not. We all use that white supremacy rule book, you know. If I invite you into my home, why are you colonizing my feelings? Why are you colonizing my material in my house? I gave you genuine open of my heart. Is your home, is your heart the seat of the soul? How can you come in and colonize my stuff, man? This is madness. Because it's a ripple effect. It's a reflection of society today. When we go into other people's country, we don't respect people's rules. Everyone has their own rules. You know, we have to learn to respect each other's rules, each other's differences, so we can move forward to the light and not stay in the dark. Okay, so we can look at our friendships better. All right, because remember, it's about friendship. You've got to have a friendship with yourself first by managing your emotions, so you can identify intuition to bring in that health, that spiritual well. But it comes from the essence of love. You've got to love yourself. Do you understand? To bring in that sparkling. Okay, remember, because fire signs, they're the inspiration. They're born to love. It's about romance, about intuition. It's about the lesson of power. Okay, so for us to do that, we have to remain in balance. I know collective is not easy. I'm in that as well. I relate to you. Okay, you're not by yourself. Okay, someone was looking at good news, but it's upside down. Okay, when it comes to the 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, it was one-sided situation with a Taurus person and a Leo person and a Cancer person, a Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius person. Someone was looking for gifts, generosities, maybe from a fire sign, Leo person. When it comes to charity, donations, money, community assistance. So they went to these letters, phone calls, good news, maybe to a Leo person, or a Leo person went to a Taurus person. And it just became a mess. All about gifts, generosities, charity, donations, you name it, all for fame. It was about promiscuity, running towards a fire sign person, running towards a Taurus person. Open up those legs, baby. You are a hoe. So they was excited. They went traveling. It was just a mess, man. Upside down Taurus was a challenging situation. He's got to let go of that past, man. It was all about promiscuity. It was all about spiking his drinks to be passed out in her house. It's just shameless flirting, man. Shameless flirting it's just disgusting. It was all about sex, man. Because this Mackin's a free spirit. She probably want to follow that open-minded free spirit person that does revolutions and stuff. He's a little bit of a rebel. That's what I like about him. He's a rebel. That's what I like. Oh, did I say that? I'm so bad. But a rebel in a hero way, though. That's what I'm talking about. Someone sees maybe a curious person's mental capacity or activities. All right. Somebody wants to move from the past. He's probably reminiscing, romanticizing a lot about changes with a curious person. Maybe they had a lack of faith in a curious person because of a secret. When it came to an upside down Taurus person, so he had a lack of faith in a Aquarius person, or they have a lack of faith in stardom. I don't know. Take it as a resonance, because someone was learning about Aquarius person's mental activities. So they're looking at the routines. They made big changes to Aquarius's opportunities. They went, an earth sign person went to seize the opportunities. So now we're looking at a Leo person. He's upright. The strength. The Leo person can see the strength of Taurus's ego with false impressions, overexposure, just too over it. Now there's a drought when it comes to energy, when it comes to good news, when it comes to ideas. There's a drought. There's a drought now. Why? Because it's all about the money. So someone needs to overcome there's self-doubt with a Taurus person. Just leave it alone, man. Focus on your own self, because you're a very good influencer. Because now someone's looking at good news from a higher priestess when it comes to a dreamer, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person. But someone brings secrets, illusions, so they'll be manipulative, conning, trickery. A Taurus person wasting people's talent, wasting people's time, bringing in deceptions at receptions. But we see this hidden feeling of a Taurus person when it comes to generosity, gifts, when it comes to a Leo person that keep phoning. Maybe this person just keeps phoning, this Leo person, for cheerful times when it comes to promiscuities, adventure, because they're looking for creative ideas. They like the masculine's confidence. So they like the generosity, the charity, the donation, the money that they're stealing. So now the higher priestess saw this insight of a Taurus person when it comes to emotional stability. Someone's using divination tools secretly to look at someone's wisdom. But there's enough more things to be revealed, though, because we've been spiritually guided. A Leo person has been spiritually guided. He's using his intuition. Oh, it broke again. Ugh. These are so delicate. I don't know. When I make my cards or not, they're not going to be this flimsy. No way, man. Honestly, people. And some of these cards are so expensive. I think it's rude. And what's even more rude, the one that made it all up, illustrated it, done it, and didn't get paid for it, was my girl, Pamela Cole Smith. She didn't get the recognition for this. A man took it and acted like he knew it, but she wasn't. She was Aquarius. She was the illustrator and the one that interpreted it, because she knew Jamaican folk tales. She went to Jamaica. She was robbed, man. She was robbed. In the end, she gave up spirituality and she went into religion. And she gave me her heart, and she said that was the worst thing she ever did. I'm going to write about her. She's always with me. Pamela Cole Smith. Always. She's done my reading. She always tells me look deeply into the messages. She said it was mine in the beginning. She loved it. She's given it back. She said thank you. Intuitively helping her to build. She didn't even get recognition for it. This invention that she helped bring to fruition through the intuition. She always tells me thank you, because she knows I invented it in my first life, you know. She gave it back. She said, you're the star. It's you. She said, it's you. I wasn't joking. I didn't even see this. I forgot it was there. She gave me this card. Felt so real. She came to me bed. That means I died with it. Came back with it many lifetimes. Remember, your bed is like your coffin. This has always been my resource, you know. Every lifetime I made this myself. Aquarius person, she said, you're the star, you're the star seed. You're the one who invented this from my past life. She said, thank you. And then after that, she said, God's going to show you something now. Be prepared. And she gave me her heart, because her heart was so loving, but was interpreted wrongly, you know. Maybe she was broken when she died, because of how she was treated. And she gave me her heart. And then I saw spiritual prison. Oh my goodness. And then I saw like this vampire energy looking woman. It was like that demon that Aliwali's with. Vampire. I see darkness behind someone, but pure light in front of me, like it was a ID parade. And this person's just watching, but through dark spiritual entities. It's just like we're both watching each other, but she's on the dark, I'm on the light. And then suddenly it's like I'm strolling up like a computer. And then she jumps, and she tries to jump out. Ah! Didn't work, bitch. No, because I had too much light to protect me. It's like when I woke up, I never want to go there ever again. It's like God wants me to show people, correct your flaws, idolize God only, make those big changes, seize that moment. Do you understand? In love, you got to be in love. You got to talk in your truth, because God is coming. I keep seeing God. I'm not joking. These people don't want to believe me. I don't care. Go within and seek your own truth. That's why I always tell people, when you come onto my page, don't let none of my readings be forced. Let it resonate. It may not be the energy for now, or might be a past energy. Do you understand? It might be energy now or energy coming. Okay? But don't let it be forced. All right? Let it go. All right? Upside down, 6 of Cups. Let it go. Let go of the past. Focus on your future. Okay? So now someone's exposing about maybe an earth sign person that's looking for unexpected financial windfall. She might as well just do the bloody lottery at this point. She's got more luck. Now you're looking at confessing. Aquarius person's confessing that someone was learning, studying Aquarius person, and they made money from it by bringing in false impressions. This is the karmic copycat with the divine masculine. So now we understand someone's overburdened, or someone's looking at flocking a dead horse. They're confessing burden. I'm telling you, it's a burden for my masculine to keep it. He doesn't like it. But it's this burden thing. I know I've been hard on him sometimes, collective. I've got to stand up for myself, though. I know he's been spiked. I know he has. I see it all the time. I just don't want to see it anymore. It just makes you... It doesn't make... I just don't want to see it, man. Fed up. Just don't want to see it. I'm too much of a happy person, but at the same time I worry about him at the same time. Can't help it. Can't help it. It's an illusion, isn't it? I'm meant to not like him. That's what she wants. I'm meant to be angry. It's, I am his Queen of Wands. It's a burden keeping away. He thinks I'm strong. He thinks I'm courageous. He thinks I'm passionate. For 13 years, even more so back when he first left, he used to always ask my soul, did you really love me? Then he comes back 5 years ago and goes, do you still love me? And I said, let's have a spiritual conversation. He said, you know I'm going to run. You know me, V. I'm going to run. And I said, okay, then let's have a spiritual conversation. He ran and I ran after him. And we've been in this madness for 5 years. It's not meant to be this long. It's that someone's playing with dark spiritual practices because they learn about the energy and all that. Genevieve is evil, man. She's fucking evil, bro. Oh, she's fucking evil. She's a voodoo person, man. She does dark spiritual practices. She's horrible. I see it. She can't lie. That's why she can't come out here. That's what I want to see. King of Wands, don't play with me. You're the Emperor. Sort your life out. Now we're looking at the strength of the Leo, the courage, the bravery, the confidence. Going back to his authentic self when he was starting with farming. It took me so long to watch farming. And even more so, I couldn't talk about it. I think how they treated farming was worse than us not getting together. It's the whole structure of it. I think that will be our hardest conversation for me. It's talking about farming. Because I love children. I'm not looking at him as an adult. I'm looking at him as a child that tried to heal his inner child, and then all these big women came in and done the most and trying to be that nurturing person. Oh, he was fostered, darling. Oh, let me be that mother. Let me be that surrogate dad, mum. And all it's doing is just using him, you know. But we're proud of him in heaven because he uses intuition. He said he couldn't sleep. He just had to write it. And he did. We're proud of him. I'm just not proud of his ego. But I know it's not his fault. It's not easy, collective. It's not easy, I tell you. But we're staying in the energy of happiness. Why? Because we follow our intuition. Okay? Because now we're looking at a love choice. Maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Maybe they had a lack of idea that she loved him still. Maybe they just didn't trust. Why? Because as a foster child, you always think people just want to love you for like money, innit? Because as a child, to be fostered, someone has to be paid to take care of you. Now, did you love me as a child because you wanted money to take care of me? Or did you love me for me? And then as you grow older and you have all these other people doing that, I guess you stay stuck in like that Peter Pan kind of feeling, you know? Never really too sure. People playing, and they make it worse. Someone plays with dark spiritual practices, you know, that voodoo madness stuff, you know. It's not easy, collective. And that's why I'm just sharing my story. So you can try to manage your emotions so you don't think you're going crazy when you hear voices and stuff like that, you know. Just walk away from people, things, and places and walk in love and truth, you know. I've never stolen from people. I don't believe in all of that stuff, you know. I really believe in God. I remember one time, it felt like yesterday, man. I was in primary school and my mum had a brown fur coat in her wardrobe. And it happened to be £1 in there. And I took it. And that night, I could not sleep for the life of me. I couldn't sleep. My conscious mind just would not let me rest. I felt so bad. And that never left me ever since. I don't steal. I don't do things like that. No, I can't sleep. I like my sleep, you know. I like peace. I like my rest. I can't. Anything on my head that makes me feel a little bit uneasy, I don't entertain it. I like my peace too much. Yeah, look, tower moment. Someone's resisting change. Maybe a Taurus person, a chosen lover, or a Libra person. Okay, maybe someone's married to a karmic person or engaged to a karmic person because it's upside down high priestess. No, upside down empress. Someone's unhappy at home with a Scorpio person. Could be a Taurus Libra person with a Scorpio person or a air sign person with a Scorpio person, a Pisces person with a Libra person, or a Taurus upside down person. You are not in your right. You are not with the right people, man. It's all about the money, man. You are not right with that. This is probably why he got bad advice about relationships, because these people are not friends. They're not lovers. They're just there because they got a meaningless life, working together, waiting for inheritance for someone to just drop down boof and say, "Look at me, I got money." That's it. Meaningless, just meaningless, and it's a burden for a King of Wands. He's looking at his heart, bro. Maybe with a Libra person, curious person, trying to let go of the past, want to focus on the future, trying to grow up. Ever since he's left home as a child, he's trying to grow up, you know. He's tried. But we're looking at heartbreak. Maybe he's crying, because why am I crying? He said, I am. Because he refused to compromise, but wants to give in. A Gemini person, Libra person, curious person. He's just a wounded warrior, you know. He has to rest. I told him to rest and he just won't listen. Not easy being telepathically connected to someone, you know. Someone's improving anyway. Someone's letting go of the burdens, overcoming hardship. Okay, you can't take on no more burdens. No more. No more. You get rid of whatever burdens you took for people. You unload your own burdens and then you start all over again. All right? Because he's looking at childhood issues, man. King of Wands still got childhood issues. And he's looking now at a burden of a Taurus person doing spiking. That means you've done an essay on him as well. I saw it. I saw it. He was passed out on many places, man. And she was around going in his wallet, his resources, you name it. She went drunk. It was only him. She was spiking at that man so she can steal his stuff. And now that's essay and he's going to be embarrassed. And I wish he came and spoke to me instead of us doing it in public, man. It can't be easy. And it's the truth. Can't be easy, man, because it's not easy for me. Can't be easy for him either. Not easy. But we're looking at new ideas. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we have clarity. We haven't had breakthroughs, you know. He said, yeah, you're my counterpart, Aquarius. I backstabbed you, but I know we're going to have a good old argument. Oh, yeah, we bloody are, we are. He said, yeah, we're going to be friends first. I think we should. Just be friends first for a while, you know? That's what I think. Looking at disappointments, though, I understand. He said, I know you do, Aquarius. He said, I know you do. I told you I hear him all the time, man. He said, I know you do. I know you're trying your hardest to transition. I know you're trying to heal. You're making progress, moving on. He likes how I move forward. Even though I got disappointments, I've had delays. He likes, I'm trying to calm down. The calm after a storm, overcoming hardship, you know, bringing more stability to the mind. So is he transitioning into the Emperor, his original organic self. We're looking at a journey called transitioning. We're transitioning, you know, learning to unlearn, to learn again, so that we don't go into regrets. We don't refuse offers when it comes to our ancestors or when it comes to our soul tribe, you know. When it comes to the hand of God giving us surprises, please use your intuition, collective. Don't focus on the negative, because the Four of Cups is in the energy at the bottom of the deck. Someone feels unfulfilled about a surprise. It's just unfulfilled, man. Unfulfilled emotions, maybe a Pisces or Cancer person in a delusion. Focus too much on negative stuff when it comes to their own emotions. Now they're bored and nostalgia. Maybe someone feels more remorseful, maybe. No, I think it's a fire sign person, my Pooh Bear. He said I was reckless. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Upside down upside down Empress. Yeah, missed opportunities, man. Justice is here now anyway. I saw what she did. I'm your witness. I saw what she did. Just don't focus on the negative. That's all we're trying to do. Well, that's what I'm trying to do anyway. Trying my hardest, collective. Not easy. Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy to let go and overcome obstacles or addictions or detachments, you know, because people are playing with your abandonmentship issues. I'm proud of him, though. I heard that in my dream as well. His dad said he's very proud of Addy for doing farming. Both his dads are very, very happy. Very happy. They said they're very proud of him. I read that in an email once. I said, just saw your dad. I heard your dad's voice. And he said he's very proud of him for doing farming. It wasn't easy to talk about his foster parents, but his foster parents really love him. They love he was brave to come out and tell a story that was so deep rooted. It wasn't really their fault. It's their karmic debt too. They're trying to help him go forward. This way, his foster mother is always with me. I can feel her right now. I've got this goosebumps. They never leave my side. Never, ever. I just said we don't. I remember at the dream I had. It was a Sunday. I went into this cinema and I saw this lady in the corner. White lady. And I said, I went and sat beside her. I think she's been guiding him to do this movie, you know, because she was sitting in the movie in the cinema at the back, but she was very dominant. And I sat beside her and I said, would I ever see him again? She said, I can't wait to heal you on Wednesday. I just heard my belly go off. If someone's belly going off, that means your soulmate's talking to you. All right? Someone's hungry. So then Wednesday comes along. Long story short, I saw him at a train station. I really did. And I thought it was just closure. And I cried all the way home. Then he called me. Said, I need to see you. And I was like, me too. And I wanted to stay at the train station. And I know he did as well. Because he's like, where you going? Not like where you going, but indirectly, we're both saying where we're going. So don't like, you know, like when someone wants to say, like, I could take you. I'm like, no, it's all right. I'm going to the train station. I'm such a stuck-up person. I can't help it. You have to be forceful with me. I'm that person. You can't just say, like, right, we're going on a date and you don't give me details. I'm not that person to run you down. I'm not that person. So if he said directly, oh, I'll take you, I'd be like, okay, whatever. But I'm like, no. I'll go on the train, thank you. So by the time I got on the train, I was crying. So man was looking at me, just smiled at me. I just couldn't stop crying like a big baby. I thought, okay, that's closure. You know, I really loved him. I know I did. Now it's closer to understand I really, really did love him, you know. And then when I got off the train, I saw it was a missed call from him. And then when I got further into the train station to come out the train station, he called me and I got out and he's like, I need to see you. And I was like, me too. But I'm so fixated with my mothership. It hit me then. I was like, no, I've got to go home. I've got to go home. I haven't seen him all day. I don't like to hang out after work and do all that. I like to go home and see them, and that's me. And then, but God done that favor, and I didn't clock on. My brother came down. He said, "Oh, Fiona, come down for the weekend." And he hasn't come down for a long time. And that was my initial, like, V, it's okay. Someone's at home with them. It's all right. You can go and enjoy yourself. And that's how I met him in the first place. That's how I met him in the first place. My higher self said you'd never ever go out by yourself. You're always at home. Go to that restaurant by yourself. You always wanted to do something like that. Go on, I dare you. And I did. As soon as he walked in, I said, "There's my husband." And he sat beside me, and then I'll write the rest of the story in the book. All right? Remember, people, walk in love, talk in truth, and find your own soulmate. Just do better than what we did. Just learn from our mistakes. All right? And don't hold your head in shame. This is Earth School. We're here to graduate from our flaws. All right? All right? I love you guys. Bye.